I mean, hey guys, welcome to this week's video. Today we have a special little visitor. We've got Jamie, who is my incredible farrier for all my 5 horses, doing a little bit about why we shoe horses, what different types of shoes, things like that. He's very knowledgeable and very experienced.
Let's go meet him.
Yeah, we're going to meet Jamie. Go and meet Jamie. Oh, nearly tripped over. So this is Jamie, everyone. Meet Jamie. Give them all over Jamie. This is Jamie's first vlog. He's not very.
So we got to make it go viral.
Yeah. So we're going to talk to Jamie, as I said, about shoeing horses, what type of shoes we use for different horses, things like that. So yeah, what? Just tell me about shoeing and what's different shoes and things like that.
Yeah, that's cool. So the first thing I'd like to say is that a lot of the things we're going to talk about is just my opinion.
Yeah.
Based on years of experience as a farrier and rider, so it's not gospel. There are other ways of doing it and stuff like that. So,
speak your own farrier is what you're saying.
Yeah.
The 3 main reasons why we shoe horses is, one, if the foot is wearing out quicker than it can grow, then we need to put a shoe on there so the shoe wears instead of the foot.
Yeah.
It'll also be sore. Second big reason is for traction, so when there's a shoe on there the horse will naturally have more grip, and also we can put studs into the horse's shoes, which are metal things that stick up which give them grip. And the third reason, which is quite an important reason, is where we have any deformity in the leg angles or asymmetry in the feet, we can actually create the idealistic loading platform for the horse, so we can better what's there.
Yeah.
And that's the 3 main reasons why we shoe horses.
Yeah. So like different disciplines as well, it would be different for like dressage, show jumping, hunting, things like that. Absolutely.
So for a hunter, we would have to shoe the horse, bearing in mind the shoe wear, because they'd be doing a lot of road work, probably in trot. Whereas a dressage horse inevitably wouldn't be doing as much road work, so we'd be shoeing more for balance and keeping the horse on top of the surface. A jumper would want a mix of traction and wear, and again an eventer would be doing road work, dressage and jumping, so we have to try and meet all those points.
So Jamie is just about to start shoeing Diamond. If you've seen my previous videos, you would have seen about her stifle surgery. So Diamond had both ligaments in her stifles cut on both back legs, so she has to be shod in a different way to protect her legs and support her more. So Jamie's going to explain what shoes she has and why we do that for her.
Yeah, so first thing about Diamond is we're not shoeing her for shoe wear, we're shoeing her for the balance and support of her skeletal frame and bearing in mind her stifle surgery. So I've got some shoes here. I'll give you this one to start with, you can just hold that up. Now this shoe is a great shoe, very supportive shoe. It has the groove all the way around, so you get good traction on this shoe. No rolled toe though or anything like that. So where we go to this shoe, this is the shoe I'd be using for Diamond, and the reason for this is it's got a slightly wider heel profile, so it will stop the heel sinking into the surface as much. There's a slight elevation of the heel, which means that it's kind of graduated, but not really. But the main reason is this lovely roll toe. And what that's going to do, it's going to put up less resistance to her breaking over. So whereas this shoe hasn't got a roll toe, this shoe has a roll toe feature, which is going to be great for her stifles and allow her to be more comfortable. Instead of wearing the shoe, she doesn't do a lot of road work, so this shoe provides her with what she needs at that exact time. These other shoes here, they're all the same size, but I'll give you another one. This is a 3/4 fulled shoe, so this shoe's got the grooves in the sides but not in the toe. This shoe's got the groove all around, so you'd have more. What are they used for? So this would have more traction in for jumping.
Right.
I wouldn't use this shoe for jumping horses because the last thing to come off the ground is that hind toe. And what you can find, i.e. if you hacked out a lot in this shoe, is that you get a slip back of the shoe because there's less traction in the toe. So I wouldn't use this shoe for a jumper. I could use this shoe for a jumper. This shoe would be great for a horse that needed traction, might be hunting, doing a lot of road work, quite a lot of wear in that shoe. And then we have another shoe here that again has a slight roll toe, wouldn't necessarily suit a jumping horse. Again, that's only my opinion, but the other thing I'd like to touch on is that all these shoes have one thing in common. They're very light shoes, and I believe in putting the least amount of weight onto the end of a horse's leg. Heavy shoes create drag, strain on the limb that we don't need.
Yeah. So we're just going to take a look at the biggest shoe that Jamie has got in his van and the smallest shoe. But he's just told me there is a bigger shoe than this and a smaller shoe, which is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is only a size 5. They do go up much bigger actually. And then this is a -4, if you like. So there's the comparative. Yeah.
Look
yeah.
how small.
Yeah, not
what
as
do they go
enjoyable
down
shoe. Smaller than that again, and good 4 or 5 sizes bigger than that as well.
Oh,
so I don't do any horses bigger than this, and none smaller than this. So that is my.
I'm not surprised after watching our little ones be trimmed today.
Yeah.
You would not want to be shoeing them, would you?
No, that's it. Yes.
So what sort of size horse would that little one be on?
That's going to be a little pony, you know, maybe a riding school pony or a pony club pony, something like that. That, like I said, they do go much smaller than that. I don't do any smaller than that, but that's going to be a little kid's pony. And then this, believe it or not, is, you know, it could be an Irish Draft or Clydesdale Cross or Cob foot. Yeah, Cob. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, size 5. Yeah.
Can we just take a moment? Can we just see your drawer? People just check this out.
This is the most.
This is like
Farrier.
So yeah, it's not that tidy at the minute, but
if Lily had drawers of shoes, they'd look like this.
Yeah.
They are amazing.
But yeah, very organised. I like to be organised.
So we're just gonna take Diamond out of her stable. She doesn't look very smart at the moment. Vlog ready, do you, Diamond? But Diamond has, well, all my horses have their feet done every 6 weeks. But what would you say would be the good time?
Okay, so that is quite an easy question, because a horse only needs shoeing for 2 reasons: for shoe wear or foot growth. Right. So you do it based on your horse, what its work regime is and how its feet grow. Yeah. So if they don't grow and you're not doing road work, they don't need doing all 4 or 5 weeks. No. If they grow really quick, then you'll need to reduce the shoeing cycle. Potentially through the summer, you would reduce your shoeing cycle based on the fact they're eating grass and it's warmer, so feet grow more. In the winter, you could then extend the shoeing cycle by maybe a week or 2. But it really does depend. I think anywhere between 4 and 7 weeks is fully acceptable based on the individual horse. Yeah.
So the first step of shoeing is obviously we're going to take her old shoes off, which you'll see now.
Yeah, so I've just knocked up the clenches which I formed with the nails last time. They came up and out of the wall like that. I bent them over to form little clips, so I've just lifted them and then carefully removed the shoe. And then we clean the foot out.
As you can see, Lily's picked the horse's feet out, which is the basics of owning a horse.
Yeah, don't worry, that'll be reflected in my bill.
So is it the real that the farrier's worst nightmare is someone that brings a horse in from the field, soaking wet, muddy legs?
Yeah, that's the reason why. Is a lot of people think farriers don't want to get their precious hands dirty or wet, but it's not that. When feet are wet, they absorb the extra moisture, and the feet are soft, and they just don't shoe up as well.
Is that what it is? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought it was just really muddy.
Feet slightly swell, so it's like you're nailing into a wet piece of wood, then the feet dry out and the clenches come up. So what we want is them dry, and also burning shoes onto wet feet can scald the feet, so not good practice.
Does the heat transfer?
Yeah, it's into steam. Right. Yeah, more so. Yeah, not as good for their feet. So all I'm really doing at the minute is just cleaning the foot out, starting to evaluate what we've got to work with. The sole grows at the same rate as the wool, so we just exfoliate the chalky sole out just to sort of expose the wool that's grown and just really bring the frog back to its correct parameters. But I don't like taking height off the frog, because there's lots of proprioceptive nerve endings in here which tell the horse its foot's hit the ground, so I don't like attacking them because they are nerve endings in there. And also, even when the shoe's on, I still like to have good frog contact with the ground, because the frog's very important in pumping blood up and out the foot, back
and
up the leg.
stopping bacteria and things like that.
Yeah, so it's like a self-cleaning cycle, and also absorbing concussion. The frog absorbs concussion and dissipates the ground reaction force up through the soft tissue structures in the foot.
Action. So we're on to Diamond's hind now. So Jamie's just going to give us a little chat. Before she kicks Jamie.
Yeah, so all I wanted to show you quickly was the reason why we selected the shoes we talked about earlier, We've got this nice wide heel profile, which is just past the widest point of the frog, so that provides lots of support. Nice equilibrium around the centre of balance in the foot or rotation. And then we've got this lovely roll toe here, which is what helps her with her stifles.
She's going to look like she's got new feet. So they can't feel any of this, can they?
No, so all I'm doing now is just exfoliating what has grown beyond where it should have, because there's been no exfoliation on the bottom of the foot from the ground surface, because we've had a shoe there protecting it. So my job's really to just take it back to its original correct parameters where it's grown.
If she'll let you.
Yeah, if she cooperates. So again, not taking the height off the frog. I don't want to over trim the sole because we're just going into winter, so I want to leave as much protection in the bottom of that foot as possible in this area.
Is that to stop abscesses?
Yeah, it prevents over infiltration into the foot of bacteria, and gives the horse some resilience in its foot. What I'm doing now is I've cut the foot down with the cutters, and now just for the preparation of the shoe, just filing down a little bit further just to create a nice level platform for the shoe. So, and we start to shape at this point, so we start to look at the balance of the foot. Where do I need to add support? Where does it not need it? Are we creating a nice equilibrium around the centre of the foot? And then I'll get the new shoe here and have a look. It doesn't fit yet, but we'll just offer it up. Yeah, that is going to be perfect. Absolutely.
God, anyone would think you're trained farrier.
Yeah.
You should do this as a job.
Yeah. Shape this shoe, I need to just heat it up a little bit. So we're going to pop it into the forge, which is powered by gas.
Which is very, very hot.
Yes, and then we'll shape the shoe on the anvil and then go to the foot to check our shape, and then we're happy with the balance and what we're creating.
Yeah.
Yes, we're taking the hot shoe out.
This is a fascinating bit.
Yeah, so it's just, I only need to make mild alterations really to this shoe, but where the steel's hot, it's nice and soft. So don't need to, like, you know, whack it, whereas if it was cold you couldn't alter it to the same degree and you'd have to really hit it, which wouldn't be good for my wrists.
No.
Over years of doing it. So all we're doing is trying to create what we trimmed and the shape of the foot, but also better it. So i.e. on this foot on Diamond, she's slightly asymmetric, so I need to give her a bit more support on the outside of the shoe, and that's where shoeing becomes an amazing thing. Okay, so we're just going to offer the shoe gently. She won't feel this. It's you see the smoke, but hoof is a very poor conductor of heat, so if we just hold it on for a little bit, the horse won't feel anything. And then what I'm doing now is just cutting the clips in, so clips on the side of the shoe, which is going to hold the shoe in place, and we just offer that again. We've fitted the shoe. I've ground the edges off to stop her treading on it. We're just going to offer the shoe up. We now need to nail the shoe on, so this is absolutely perfect in my opinion. I'm happy with it is what I should say, instead of it's perfect. So now we nail the shoe on with the least amount of nails required to secure it through the shoeing. So you don't need to use loads of nails. This horse isn't hunting. It's not being, you know, trotted up the road 3 times a week.
Yeah, no chance of me hunting, Jamie.
No, not Diamond anyway. I'll get you out one day.
No. Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
So again, we're just nailing the shoe on, which will secure it.
Why are some horses okay to be barefoot?
Okay, well, some horses will grow a lot of foot, and it might be that their owner does mainly off-road hacking, mainly schoolwork. Right. It just goes for the odd walk up the road or something like that. So if the horse is not wearing quicker than it can grow, then horses are absolutely fine to remain barefoot.
Right, okay.
Or they're retired horses or young horses. Yeah. Some people will take their horse's shoes off during a break in the winter, for example, and that's great because it just allows the horse just to, you know, regain its feet and the feel and, you know, everything like that in the feet. So
so it just depends on the horse really.
Yeah, the breed type, how much it grows and what its work routine is. Sometimes where it's based, different soils have different impacts on feet.
Wow.
Clay soils, peaty soils, soils that are very sandy. So yeah, it just really depends on your situation. If you're in a very stony area, say like you have to walk across a lot of stones, a lot of horses wouldn't enjoy that, whereas you might be somewhere where there's nice tracks where there are no stones. So,
a bit like me on the beach. If it's sandy, it's fine. If it's pebbly, I can't walk.
But so the next question is, how long did it take you to train, and what qualifications you had to do and things like that?
Okay, yeah, so I started in 2000, and
You must have been very young.
Yeah, I was. Very old now. So it's 4 years, 2 months. And you work for an ATF, which is an approved training farrier, so they've taken an examination beyond just being a farrier, and that enables them to train apprentices. So you enter an apprenticeship and you work day to day with the ATF, and then you go to college for a month, twice a year, so 2 months at college, and it's there where you learn the anatomy and physiology, and you're assessed on your shoemaking and basic shoeing, and you progress through that process. And then there's a final examination, and that's based on a theory paper, an oral examination, and a practical assessment of shoeing a front and hind foot, hand making the shoes. You're assessed on the trimming, every aspect of the job to the judge's specification, and then if you're successful, you go up to Knightsbridge in London, you receive your diploma. It's a modern apprenticeship, so it's a diploma, everything.
Get his
now.
scout badge.
And then you are allowed to sign,
rosette.
you pay to be on the public register every year to practice farriery, and we're governed by the Veterinary Surgeons Act as well and things like that, so it's actually quite a process.
Is it normal for a horse to stand like that?
Yeah, resting is fine. That's very relaxed, so that shows that she's, finding the shoeing process.
I've got a 3-legged horse, look, from here.
So Diamond's feet are all done. There we go, look at those. Sexy little school shoes. Ta-da! Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you, Jamie, for featuring in my vlog this week. It's been very knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable? It's been very educational, Lily.
Educational.
Big word.
You mean Jamie's knowledgeable? The video's been very educational.
That's the one. But we will see you in 6 weeks' time.
Will do.
Bye!